Hi guys, so I'm here today to talk about intentions and simple ways how to apply them in our everyday life. So we're gonna make it a little bit magical because, of course, we are in October, autumn, tomorrow full moon. So we're just gonna combine all of these elements and see how we can move forward in life. So what do we need for today? It's your incense, your sage, your herbs to burn. I will be using blue eucalyptus because it's my favorite. And I picked it up from my morning walk. Let it dry. I like to get little bits and bobs from woodlands, especially in autumn. I don't know, it just brings joy to my heart. So you can use Palo Santo as well. Okay, now remember one thing, Palo Santo has like some sort of a holy power to chase away negativity, to say it this way, and white sage instead resets the energy in the room. So be careful with this very powerful one, because if you are having a great time and you have just decluttered and you have done all of your energizing rituals, the white sage will bring it back to zero. So start all over again. And remember, a new beginning is always a new opportunity to start, so it's absolutely fine. And then what do we need? We need our matches or lighters. My Halloween one. Our candles, of course. And then we need our containers because here they are, our containers, because we will be collecting water tonight to let the full moon charges. So get your little containers. I think I'm gonna be honest and get a little bit more than that because I have an event on the 22nd of October and I am making, all right then, I'm making my smudges. Yes, my moonlight water. That reminds me that sometimes we just need a deep breath. Okay. My smudges. If you're coming to my event on the 22nd, the key to our soul, you'll get one of those. Work in progress, work in progress. Okay, of course, you need your journal, you need your diary. My diary is just there. That diary. And you need your crystals if you have any. If not, no worries. But if you have them, they love recharging under the full moon. Okay? Go. All right, so we're gonna start with intention. We hear a lot talking about intentions and manifestation nowadays. And I hear a lot saying setting the intentions, but do we actually set the intention? What is the intention? The intention is something that we intend to do. So it's a feeling that directs a message to our brain and gets us to do something. The power, the magic here stands in what's behind the intention. So as you well know, intentions can also be used in a negative way, and perhaps if we do that a little bit more often than we should, let's be aware and let's remember that sending negativity to other people, judging, talking bad behind, and backstabbing and all that, it's negative intention. And trust me, guys, it comes back to us big time. So let's focus on positive intentions. And when the moon is in the sky, up and bright with this majestic light, then it's time for us to ask ourselves where we are in life and where we are heading. Whether you believe in magic or not, the full moon reminds us that there is more to this life than an autopilot life, than working and priorities and responsibilities. So let's get soulful this month and remember who we are and where we're going. So, back to intention. What do we intend to do? Now, intentions are different from goals. A goal, it's something in the future. It's a milestone, something that we set there. It's a little flag that we set there. The intention is in the here, now, in the moment. What can we do about it? That's the intention. What do we want to do about it? So how much do we want this goal? How do we feel this goal? That's how we put our intention into power. That's how we transform our ideas into power. And that's when the real magic happens. Okay? So I'm here today not to say how to live your life, and I'm not to tell you that I know it all. I am a student forever and I'm learning, but everything I say to you, it's what I apply first on myself and then on Way Forward Coaching, and it works and I love it and I'm so excited about it, and my intention is to spread it in the world. And even if you are lost, confused, on a negative, shadowy stage of life at this moment, remember that even the moon is not always shining, because sometimes as humans we all need to retrieve in our caves and reflect, understand, deal with our shadows, deal with our emotions, and then come out again and shine bright. The important is vision, clarity. Where are we going? So, full moon tomorrow. How do we start our rituals? We declutter. First of all, declutter, okay? We can't bring something new in life if there is already something else. Oh, look at the sunlight, it's just coming in. That's beautiful. Anyway, so, charging. Anyway, I do that all the time. I move things around as the sunlight and the moonlight enter the house, because I live in a flat and I don't get much of this because I also live in London. So, you know, every little counts. Let's try to... okay. I'll just keep it on, shall we? I feel enlightened. Anyway, intentions. Let's go back into it. So, decluttering, cleansing, negative energy, toxicity, toxins, food that is not good for us, I don't know, cigarettes, alcohol, and unfortunately even people sometimes, because sometimes we absorb more than we need to, right? Okay, so the intentions are stages of a journey, and if we want to go somewhere, we need to go where we're going, but mainly where are we now. So our external environment has to be free of toxicity, free of negativity. So cleansing, decluttering, lighting up our candles, lighting up our incense, opening those windows, get this beautiful, purified, natural energy, right? So the difference between moonlight and sunlight, this energizes, this just makes you bloom. The moonlight brings up the shadows, the dark side of us that we need to listen to, because obviously they've been there, repressed, and it's part of human. It's our inferior self. So here we go. Let's do a little bit of energy cleansing. I woke up very early this morning. It was a beautiful sunrise day. And I opened the windows. I cleaned all of the space. Oh, my crystal and my leaves. Okay, guys. Yeah, that's it. As soon as you start cleansing, notice this in life, yes? As soon as you start cleansing, as soon as you start moving, as soon as you start taking action, something happens. Something will happen. Like, try to go against it, because as soon as we remove something, something else tries to squeeze in. So let's try to be in control. Let's be aligned and keep calm, meditate, do the right things, think the right things, okay? Cleansing. Let's make space for something new. Okay, what's gonna be new? Our goal. Where are we going? So for me, the intention was to try to help as many people as possible, opening my coaching business, Way Forward, which I'm very, very grateful for. And that's where we start. We start from gratitude. Once we make space in our time, in our environment, then we think, what are we grateful for? What do we have that we're grateful for, right? I'm grateful for everything that I have in life. My family, my body that I have sabotaged for so long in order to be strong, to be in control for all these years, building a life on my own. I have something I had to pay, and that was my body. So that's what I'm working on at the moment. And by working on my body, with self-love, I'm also working on my fears of judgment, fears of external validation. And that's why I'm here today. So it takes a lot of courage to show up your face and record you and register you, and even teaching people, even having that confidence. The thing is, my intention is to help, and it sparks such a vibrant, exciting light in my heart that really drives my motivation to do it. And I don't care if I'm not physically perfect for it. All I need is for you to do it. Do it in your own way. Go to listen to other coaches or other spiritual leaders. I am not a life guru. I'm just a human being that I apply these techniques. I apply these time strategies. I look, I monitor, evaluate. I journal. So, another step, once you understand where you want to go, start writing it down. Start writing it down, make it consistent, make it real, okay? Make it happen. First step, write it down, make a plan. Now, it doesn't have to be this amazing marketing plan, strategic plan. Start writing, okay? Start organizing the thoughts in your head. And by that, you will also organize the emotions in your heart and find the real drive behind the reason. So, decluttering, cleansing, clarifying your thoughts and goals, journaling. Now we go about steps. Where are we heading? What are the first steps that you're going to take? Be as practical as you can here, right? As in going to make sure that my computer works so I can write things down, fix my internet, or I need to send an email, then send that email. Because generalizing goals, as I said many times in other videos, it doesn't help to get where we need to go, okay? Because it's too vast, it's too big, it's abstract, concrete. Specific actions, little tiny steps, okay? So, when we write our intentions, make it positive. I'm not gonna try to succeed. I would like to succeed, but I am succeeding already. I am doing it. I'm getting there. All I need now is this, and that. Okay? What does it take me to get there? What do I need? What else do I need to improve, develop, change, implement in my life in order to get where I want to be? Right? Be specific with your action steps. So see intentions as the stages of a journey more than the destination. So intentions are not goals are in the future, intentions are in the moment. Being in the moment as you work towards your goals. I'm just trying to make sure that I tell you all my notes, because I write notes down and then I just go with vibe. So I'm trying to train myself to carry on with what I actually plan to say. Intention empowers us to decide what we want and how we want to experience life. How do we do it? Begin with gratitude, identify goal and desire, focus on the feeling. Stay positive, live in the now, focus on the quality you need to have, and then write it as if it is happening now. Be specific with your action steps. We said that too. Tick, tick, tick. Reinforce your intentions regularly, because things can change. And as things change, we adapt and we move on and we change and we reassess and we carry on. Okay? Also, the mind is always looking for positive affirmation, for confirmation from our side, confirmation. Because we can tell our mind how to feel, right? And how to act. And so be aware of what you say to yourself, right? What's that inner critic telling you? Oh, don't bother with the Instagram live. It's just going to be another waste of time. No one is going to show up, and this is not what you need to do. People are going to judge you. There are so many more people better than you out there. Yes, okay, fine, but this is me. and I love myself, because if I don't do that, no one else will. And do, I'd rather be as I am. Okay, I decided to do it. I want to do it because I think it's important. Some people understand that you don't have to be a supermodel, you don't have to be a super high achiever to be successful. My idea of success is to invest time into what I really love, and to pursue my passion, my vocation as a coach, as a leader, as a mentor, and as someone that has a purpose in his life to help other people, to help them develop personally and professionally. So many reasons to carry on with what I'm doing. And if people don't like it, that's absolutely fine, guys. If you don't need it, oh my God, kudos to you. Go and shine, be bright, and spread the light. That's all I ask. Okay, brings positive affirmation into your life. See? Release control. So be careful with this control, because control is a form of sabotage as well. Trying to control your partner, trying to control what your children do, what they say, who they are, trying to control everything else, and control your emotion, control your anxiety. How much control are you actually investing in your life? Because sometimes all we need to do is just be and let go of control, and just breathe, relax, meditate, and yes, feel guilty a little bit for not doing anything. It's okay, it's healthy. And if you're feeling guilty, then guilty is something we need to work on. We should not feel guilty when we take time for ourselves. Okay, we should not feel guilty to go for a walk and get some fresh air after a busy day. We should not feel guilty to say no when we don't have energy to invest in other people or time. Okay. And we need to stop feeling guilty about not doing this for ourselves enough. So that's why I'm here today. Once you release control, trust the process and let the magic unfold. With your journaling, with taking notes every day of your behavior, of your actions, or your desires, you will be able to monitor how you go from A to B and what things need to improve, what things need to change. I'm just checking because we're going live soon. Okay. So, how do we connect the power of intention, of that desire that comes from our heart, goes to our brain, and make us take us action towards something that we want to achieve, and the full moon? Whether you believe or not in magic, the full moon is there as a reminder that there is more to life than our autopilot everyday routine. Okay? There is a divine side of us, and if you don't see that, that's absolutely fine. What you believe, what you don't believe, see it as a light shining there up in the night sky, reminding us that it's time to check in with our goals, to check in with our intention, to check in and align and do the right things for us, and take care of ourselves, and check out if we're eating healthy, if we're drinking healthy, if we're moving, if we're doing at the class that we always wanted to do, if we're exercising our body, or if we're just loving more or loving less. So balance. If we live in balance, if we are happy, if we're content, if we have accomplished those goals that we set for this year, because once the full moon is out, then everything else rises up, like your emotion, unfinished business, your anxiety. Good, whether it's the full moon effect or not. When this happens, we need to understand that we need to spend some time alone, understanding, analyzing, identifying our emotions and what feeling we associate with them. And then if there are some emotions that do not serve us anymore, we need to look into them and understand why. So this is why for the full moon, we start to look at what do we do to love ourselves, to take care of ourselves, and how we improve, how we make time, how we get in connection with our soul, with our emotions, with how we feel. How do we relate with people around us? Are we snappy? Are we shouting? Are we not willing to be with other people? That means there is something inside us that needs to be dealt with. Okay, so this is what we do. for the full moon rituals, we write tiny little things. So one word in each piece of paper. Fear of judgment, anxiety, procrastination, right? We can set fire to them, put them in a metal container with water, be careful, and then throw away. If you live in London, big city apartment, I would say toilet is probably the best place. If you live anywhere else, just put it in the toilet because it's negative stuff. If it was something good, that's something we will do for the new moon. I would say definitely in the land, the garden, go back into the planet. This stuff that you want to get rid of with the full moon doesn't not need to come back. Excellent. So, yes. When the full moon appears in the sky, I remind myself to check in with my goals, my vision, my dreams. I look at my nourishment, physical, intellectual, self-care routine, and how the action in my life empower me to make me a better person, a person that can help others. Practice self-love for the soul and cut out time to fulfill your own needs. Otherwise, we get tired, frustrated, we burn out, and in this way, we don't have the right creativity to solve problems, and we won't be of help to anyone. The example of the oxygen in the airplane, if anything happens, the oxygen goes to the mother instead of the baby, which is something that we all question. Yes, because we can't help anyone if we don't have oxygen. So oxygen goes to us first, so we're stronger, so we are in control to help the baby and everyone else. Use the moon guidance to take control over your life. So, when the shadow rises, trust that niggle, trust that voice inside, because that is the voice of your soul. Okay? And by cleansing our emotions, cleansing our emotional state, we can actually get in contact with our desires and then with our inner power. That's when the magic happens. Okay. So, for the full moon rituals tomorrow, make sure you reflect on negative things you say to yourself and others. When you fall out of alignment, on your bad habits, and then declutter. Cleanse. Burn herbs, burn sage, incense, pray, mantras, or positive affirmations, right? Write down your shadow, your fear, your anxiety in a little paper, as I shown before, everything that does no longer serve you. And start with I release. I release anxiety. I release fear of judgment. I release fear of control. The moon teaches us that it's okay to let ourselves go in darkness and silence, to come back shining and bright. Release self-doubt, release sabotage, and everything and everyone that say that you're not enough. And above all, watch with glittering eyes the whole world around you, because the greatest secrets are always hidden in the most unlikely places. Those who don't believe in magic will never find it. See you soon.